celebrating America's 250-year anniversary with Woofs and Whiskers podcast, and I can't wait to meet Marianne Minnick. And let's get started.
Welcome to another very special edition of Woofs and Whiskers, the show where we deliver science-backed care for proactive pet parents. I'm your host, Marianne. Today, we're tackling a massive shift in the pet world. As pet parents, we're reading ingredient labels much more closely than ever before. We're deeply suspicious of synthetic chemical dyes, artificial preservatives, and mystery fillers that dominate standard commercial pet food aisles. We want real food for our pets. To help us cut through the marketing noise and look at what pure nutrition actually does for your pet's health, we're joined today by industry trailblazers in the natural pet food space. Let's welcome Brett and Chelsea Sher, brother and sister, and integral members of the family-owned Evanger's Dog and Cat Food Company. Like no farewell a friend could ever do. Is there anything that you guys want to bring up that I forgot?
Sure. Well, we can show the food. There's a lot of people that maybe they've heard of Evangers, maybe they haven't. You know, what makes you different? We can always describe it, but visually seeing what we do, because we always talk about, we're bringing the home cooking essentially to you on a larger scale. For people who maybe they're traveling or they need a break from home cooking, the dog's not going to know the difference with our foods, and that's why we like to show people our food. And they can't even think it's dog food.
That's why we have the bowl out, right?
Yes.
Sure.
So
okay, who wants to do the honors?
So let's get into that.
Why don't you go ahead and do that?
Sure. All right. So as an example, let's see what we have. Here's an example. This product is a whole chicken thigh. The nice thing about our labeling, it's a whole chicken thigh. So you know exactly what it is.
I know exactly what that is because we've actually given that to our dogs.
Yeah, it's a very popular.
Let me ask, the first time you opened the can, what did you think?
I was surprised. I was like, is this really a whole piece of chicken?
Yeah. So again, this is one of our very fun recipes that were made or invented by our dad when he wanted to take his food essentially and give it to our dogs. So he took these whole chicken thighs and had them packed into the can by hand. And now we have what looks like something you'd order from a restaurant, but for pets. And one thing that's really unique about this is that we do a bone-in chicken thigh, which usually freaks people out.
It did me. Honestly, it did me in the first, at the beginning.
So this came out perfect. You have a whole bone. You have the whole chicken thigh, and you have the whole bone that came off. So when you pressure cook the bone or the food obviously becomes more tender, more digestible. The meat can just fall off the bone very easily. But also, here's the bone. You would think you can't feed this to a dog.
That was my first thought. Oh, wow.
Look at that.
It's just disintegrating.
It completely disintegrates.
Nice.
And this way you have the calcium and the marrow and all the nutrition in from the bone content, so it's actually very healthy.
I didn't even think about the marrow
so it's very and it makes its own bone broth. So you may have people that go and specifically buy bone broth. Well, you have bone broth in the food, and you have the whole chicken thigh. Yeah.
Do you want him?
Actually,
Hank, breakfast. Oh, of course. But so here again, like Brett was saying, one thing I love about this is you might be buying a separate bone broth that you're pouring over kibble, for example, but here you already have it in the food itself. So you don't have to get a separate bone broth. And you can pour that over kibble, and then you can use the meat as a separate meal later.
Oh, sure.
Or together.
He's like, wait a minute. Am I supposed to eat this? Can I eat it here?
Of course you can.
Can I eat it here? It's not. I'm not where I normally am. I'm not home.
He is a very slow eater. He didn't come that way. He has become that way.
But that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. Yeah, he started, you open up food and he'll scarf it down when I got him. And now that he's worked at Evangers for 5 years, he's like, I'm going to take my time with each and every bite.
Because it's so good. What an incredibly powerful episode. I want to thank Brett and Chelsea again for their incredible wealth of knowledge and insights. For now, feed your pets well, love them deeply, and we'll see you next time on Woofs and Whiskers.
The Evangers family is proud to be family-owned since 1935. And as we celebrate America's 250-year anniversary, we're honored to be part of the tradition.
There on the ground lies the truth, begging the question, who rescued who? Who unleashed our chains and bound us together?